Hey everybody, it's time for another real life superhero intro. Once again, this is another skinny jeans sweatsuit intro, only this is a semi-modern, semi-classic black and blue skinny jeans baggy skinny jeans sweatsuit look by the shirt I have underneath and the sweat jacket I have are from this decade and the previous decade, the 2010s and the 2020s. However, my skinny jeans here, my baggy blue FUBU skinny jeans are from 2006. Actually, 2006. They were big when I bought them. Now that I have like fully grown, they fit comfortably and normal. They fit comfortably without the assistance of a belt and another shirt underneath. So yeah. The zipper is not broken, but it's busted on on my grayish white skinny jeans sweat jacket. That outfit will still be worn, but for the time being, until I can get a new jacket or decide to wear that one again, this will be one of the preferred costumes for that, and this is the brand new intro associated with it. I could have just recorded this costume with the old intros, but I wanted this to match. The next videos I'm about to do, I wanted them to match. So that's what this is about. So yeah, musics will be the same. I'll start off with Jeff Hardy's "Modest to the Top." Then I think the band is called Knee-Flicks. Knee-Flicks, Something You Can Never Own, will be my grand entrance with the signature taunts associated with it. And I may do another version with the Knee-Flicks, Something You Can Never Own song playing first. Then I walk out to the Jeff Hardy theme, haven't decided yet. With that being said, let's get started right now.
To the top, like this, past the top, like this, past the top, still modest, past the top, straight to the top, but then keep heading up, you start shining the wildest yet never know what is real and how really still the only way to feel the there's a lot of time to get a showcase. It's what you will get over living on life. If I want to show how the style you got to life, show the way to make it right. Make it to the top of my ambition. Until you feel there's nothing more for you did or say. To the top. Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate, finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. Have no regrets, yeah, outside of my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back when I show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn back to games, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never run. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to games, let my money show. I've got Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and you like do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and you like do what you want. So give me all the scars of a human being, cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be, I just wish I had seen. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own.
Hey everybody, it's now time for my webcam review, real life superhero review of the 2020 made for TV Disney Channel original movie Upside Down Magic, which was released July 31st, 2020. This is my third review of Upside Down Magic and my fourth overall review of the movie. Actually, it's my fourth video on the movie and my first real life superhero review. Yeah. So yeah. Footage. Oh yeah. To watch the other versions. To watch the other reviews and videos I did. The links will be in the description box below. To watch this movie, I will provide the links in the description box below. But if I forget, just ask me, and I'll either share the link with you or guide you to how to watch this movie. So with that being said, let me start the review right now.
Has there something special thing that makes them, well, them?
Yeah. Upside Down Magic. Upside Down Magic is already one of my all-time favorite movies, and I consider this to be one of the best and greatest movies of the pandemic era. Ever since the pandemic era started, the quality of film, the quality of movies have gone down, and movies have just been terrible. Good movies ended up being released or delayed, ended up being released late, and as such, they didn't make the money that they should have made. And then other movies that had the potential to be good ended up being terrible. I'm going to talk about this in a future retirement from mainstream theatrical movies. But since then, straight to video or digital media and made for TV films have surprisingly been the best. This, and in my opinion, this and Zombies kickstarted a brand new, exciting era of Disney Channel that started in 2017 and briefly ended in 2021 and 2022, with 2022 in my opinion being Disney Channel's worst year, but they had a small rise in 2023. In 2020, when the pandemic hit and everything was ruined, Disney Channel thrived during that year, and one of the more exciting hits that summer was this movie right here, Upside Down Magic, which I consider the event of the summer. And this movie was the last Disney Channel project to get above a 0 point something, to get a 1 point something. 1 point something, and yeah, this was released July 31st, 2020. I didn't mention this in part 1, but another reason I like this film right here is this is the first movie. This is one of the last. This This movie was one of the last things I watched and did with my dog before he passed away just a week later. And this was our last great day. The last week would be spent fighting, worrying, and grieving over my dog's condition. So yeah, this was our last great, super great day together. So that's another reason I cherish this movie, and I get nostalgic every time I watch it. I've watched it multiple times now, and when I finish this review, I'll watch it again. Upside Down Magic is a cross between Upside Down Magic is a cross between Harry Potter. It's based on a book series like Harry Potter, the Disney Channel movie Sky High, and X-Men, which Sky High was like a Disney Channel PG version of the 20th Century Fox X-Men movies. That's what this is a hybrid of, and this film is a throwback to the late 90s, early 2000s Disney Channel era, the Disney Channel movies of that era. One thing I like about this, in contrast to the more recent Disney Channel film franchises, that's the iconic Zombies, which I like, and Descendants, which I think is terrible. In Zombies and Descendants, the day is saved. In both of those movies, especially Zombies, there isn't much, and actually in Zombies, there isn't much fight or action sequences, and the day is saved with either dancing, singing, cheer, or some other plot convenience. Here, this movie actually featured an old school supernatural threat of a villain that required force, superpowers, and teamwork, an actual fight scene to save the day and solve the problem in this movie right here. That's one thing I liked about it. What's his name? It was the throwback from the way it was hyped. The old school playing music videos. They have two. They have one that was after the film, which I'm going to get to later, and the first one.
Sure we're in the right place?
And the first one, which was performed by the two main actors and main protagonists of the film, Isabella Rose portraying the main protagonist, Afro-American Nori, and the other woman is actress Sienna Argudog, who portrays the character Reina, the best friend of the character Nori. They performed the song. A place for us. Sorry about that. They performed the song "A Place for Us." Yes, so they hyped it through multiple trailers, music videos, and various other things. It felt like, once again, old school Disney Channel. This is the most exciting Disney Channel movie they've had in a long time. From beginning to end, the film is awesome. But before I continue with the scenes, let's get to the storyline. The storyline of the film. The storyline of the film is about these kids with superpowers, magical abilities. They can all do magic, and they want to go to this gigantic and for the summer they want to enroll in this giant academy called Sage Academy, which will teach them how to harness those powers. On the first day, everyone auditions and performs the powers and showcases their abilities to grade and to place everyone where they're supposed to be. The two main characters, Nori, portrayed by Isabella Rose, and Reina. Nori can transform. Nori has the power to transform into a kitten. She has the power to transform into animals. There's a class for that. That class is the Fluxer class. Then you got Reina. who can do fire, who can do fire. She's part of the flare class. Flare class. On the big showcase, we're introduced to the other main. We're introduced to the other main characters. The other main characters of the film behind Nori and Reina, and that's Andreas.
Wait, emo Joe over there.
Andreas, who can Andreas, a silent, the silent type to himself, who carries around a book bag, who carries around a book bag. He has the ability to jump real high. He has the ability to jump real high, but his thing is he can't come down.
Very cool backpack, by the way.
He can't come down. He needs the book bag to balance himself on the ground, and he'll continue going up. He'll continue going up till he hits space. Till he hits space. I think it was something like that. He's part of the Flyers. He was supposed to be. He was trying out for the Flyers class. His people who can do what he can go to the Flyers class. Then you got another flare in Elliot. Elliot, who can create smoke instead of fire. And then you got Pepper, actress Allison Fernandez's character, who her group, the Flickers, are supposed to push things away from them, but pull things towards them, but instead she pushes them away. I think that was her power. And going back to Nori is supposed to be able to transform into a. She's supposed to transform. She has the ability to transform into a cat, except her power is defective. Also, she can transform. She transformed into a hybrid of a cat, and I think an elephant. I keep forgetting the other animal she transforms to. Well, anyway, because these people have wonky and defective magic, the people I just named, they are placed. They are not given a special uniform. They cannot attend any of the other class. They do not get to put in their rightful class. Instead, they get to they don't get to enjoy any of the other school privileges. They have to stay underground. They have to stay underground in a basement classroom area taught by Bud Scriff. Who can talk to, who has the ability to talk to and sing to animals. And at this, they don't do anything magic. They do regular school stuff, and they don't get the cool uniforms. Uniforms, and Head Slinger. Linda Nightslinger, who is portrayed by Vicki Lewis, is another reason I want to see this movie. I hadn't seen Vicki Lewis since Sunny with a Chance. She makes her grand return to Disney Channel in this movie right here.
Don't even bother. Those don't work.
She in the book and in the posters, they build her as the main antagonist, even though it's not so much the case in the film. I guess because she's considered the main antagonist because she's the headmaster of Sage Academy, and it was her idea to put them into she explains to the other UDMs, and that's what they're called, Upside Down Magic, hence the title. She puts them in this room. She puts them in this special room to protect the world, and keeps them there to protect the world from their deadly magic. At first she reveals long ago they tried to treat the Upside Down Magics the same, give them the same privileges as the Flares, the Flickers, the Fluxers, and the Flyers. However, because of their wonky magic, there was a guy named Reginald Roberts who could only express his magic through his butt with farts, and as such, this made him the perfect target for shadow magic, evil shadow magic, which is evil magic that possesses and consumes the user, And so, because of this, Nori, being tenacious, refuses to accept her fate. That and the UDM, they will remain in that basement until their magic their magic completely disappears and they rejoin society as normal people. Nori, being tenacious and not wanting that, twice on 2 occasions tries to prove that her and her friends are capable of learning, despite their defective magic, they're capable of learning magic the right way and should rejoin the other class. She first while sweeping, she encounters the Fluxers class taught by Professor Han. She tries to transform into the kid, and she improves, but she manages to hold a actual kitten form for 4 minutes before the other animals that she can turn into start to appear, and Butt-Scriff is punished for this, and Nori is forced to miss lunch for this. Butt-Scriff allows her to go to lunch, but promptly tells her she can never do that again. Nori, unknown to Butt-Scriff, convinces the other UDMs that they can improve their magic, learn magic the right way, and rejoin the other classes. Gets their hopes up. So Nori clashes a big showcase between Reina and a rival. Speaking of Reina in her story, despite Reina is living the dream, she's a flame-throwing rock star, which is a phrase they keep using in the film. She's a rock star. She's, for the most part, liked by everyone. She's a prodigy. She's getting it real good. However, she didn't hear the tale of the shadow magic. As such, she gets the book. She gets the legendary book. She finds the legendary book and learns a spell from it, but unknowns to her, when she learned the spell, the spell came with side effects. Even though she only wanted to learn one spell, she gained multiple powers and brought something to life from the book. She brought a mysterious woman named Sandra, who becomes immediately attached to Reina, that only Reina can see, and Sandra keeps bothering her, bothering her, and eventually possesses her. However, before Sandra possesses her, back in Nori's story, Nori tries to clash the big event. She transforms into a kitten thing again, but is still unable to get the right time. And her magic goes so crazy that she loses control of the magic and transforms again. To which Reina tries and eventually saves the day by using her powers to turn Nori back to normal. However, because of the shadow magic influence earlier, Reina accidentally almost kills Nori. Nori is here where the UDMs are banned from the next big event, which is Founders Day, and Butt-Scriff is punished again, and this time he's threatened with termination if he ever allows Nori to escape again. So the rest of the people, Pepper, Andrades, and Elliot, all give her the silent treatment. But Butt-Scriff, and this is probably the only criticism I have towards the film. Butt-Scriff, he immediately, throughout the film, he is obedient. He does what he's told, but then he later, through little build-up, decides that what he's been doing is wrong and decides to aid the kids, to aid Nori in her goal to teach them and go against Linda Nightslinger and teach the kids magic and teach the kids doing magic the right way. And he transforms and he helps train them to use their powers in their own unique way, because they'll never learn magic like the Flares, the Flixers, the Flyers, and Fluxers. So yeah. But then what does Bud do next? What does Bud do next? Oh yeah,
Well,
Bud.
I need to tell you that it's more
Bud,
than 3 feet. Thank
what
you,
is Bud
Andre. You
next?
can come down now.
Oh yeah, so yeah,
You can.
meanwhile,
Wonderful. Griff!
Meanwhile, Raina is still having problems with Sandra. Sandra keeps stalking her. Raina ends up cursing her out in public, except for one thing, like I said earlier. Only Raina can see Sandra. Therefore, the other kids look at her like she's crazy, and Raina runs off in embarrassment. Then, she receives the door on her, she thinks it's Sandra and yells, but it's Nori, and she hugs Nori, relieved to see Nori, but then quickly kicks out Nori because she doesn't want Nori to see Sandra, and that's the kind of the thing. Both of them are having the lousiest time there, but they both keep lying to each other throughout the film, throughout the movie, and Nori, while wanting to visit, sensing something is wrong with Raina, wanting to come to visit her again, sees Sandra possess Raina. So then the other kids who were covering the UDMs who were covering for Raina, covering for Nori, Nori returns to the underground place and tells them what happened to Raina. Bud says they need to first get some rest, and they figure out that the mysterious shadow magic entity wants to do the most damage at the big Founders Day event. Before that, Sam Elliott claims he thought it was some special pizza day, and Bud looks like he's crazy. That was one funny moment. There's also a funny moment where Elliot tells bad jokes throughout the film, and he constantly approaches Pepper for a high five, and she refuses. She keeps refusing until the very end. Anyway, at Founders Day, when it's Raina's turn, Raina immediately the shadow magic figure makes its presence known and begins showing off all of his powers. So all of the classes team up. They try not team up. They go one by one to try and stop the possessed Raina. However, none of their powers have any effect. However, the UDMs, the last team to come in. They come in and together, one by one. First, Elliot uses his smoke to push the monster, uses his smoke to shoot at the monster. Then Andrade takes off his book bag to fly and gets the monster entangled. Then Pepper does something. Finally, Nori finishes it off, and they weaken it. But instead of killing it like everyone, like Nightslinger, and the rest want to do, no, Bud convinces the rest of the classes to hold off, while Nori gets Raina to fight from within, and transform the monster, and the monster and Raina and the shadow magic is defeated, and Raina is back to normal. The UDMs save the day, and because of their heroic acts, each one is placed in their respective classes, and Bud Scriff is now the Fluxer teacher. All is well, however. There's a post-credit scene with the book, the book showing the shadow magic is not permanently defeated, and the book opens and more magic comes out, teasing a sequel. Like I said, phenomenal movie, man. But not just checking the time. Phenomenal movie. So happy I got to watch and finally review it again. This time as a real life superhero. Yeah, real life superhero. Upside Down Magic, phenomenal movie. The cast was phenomenal. Love the chemistry between Isabella Rose, Nori, and Sienna arguing dog, Rena. Before I continue more about grading of the film, another thing I thought was cool that really evoked the old school Disney Channel feel from the late 90s, early 2000s was at the end of the movie, the kids, all of the stars, they got together and performed a cover of the Angels and Airwaves song, Everything is Magic. I'm mad at myself for being a huge rock and roll guy I am. I'm mad at myself for back in 2007 never hearing about Angels and Airwaves and never hearing about this awesome song, Everything is Magic. However, I am so happy that they sold the song to Disney, and Disney kept the song alive with this movie. With this movie right here. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. The stars of the movie perform a song from the soundtrack from the movie. I enjoy every scene from beginning to end with that scene, which is after the movie, as a place for us. The other music video, the final CGI battle that I was talking about, and the third part, and the victory scene in the end where everybody's in their new classes. Yeah, so like I said, everything about this movie was awesome except for Bud Scripps. Quick change of heart with really no development, but since this was a made for TV film, they only had like an hour. They only had an hour and a half to tell this story. Stuff like that happens. But that's probably the only flaw. The other flaw is they haven't greenlighted or disproved a sequel to this film. And apart from Disney Plus and Isabella Rose and Sienna Argendal being in other Disney Channel projects, and Max Torino, who portrays Andrades, who hasn't been seen in a Disney Channel project since Raven's Home season 4. They have not greenlighted or disproved a sequel. And it's been this upcoming summer. It's been 3.5 years. This upcoming summer will be 4 years. They've not talked about an actual sequel to this, despite the obvious tease at the end. And then I'm mad they haven't talked about a sequel to this film. They haven't greenlighted a sequel to this film. When this is the last thing. When I know there's so much lore to tell because of the books, but this is the last Disney Channel project. The last Disney Channel project to get above a 0 point something. Disney Channel's ratings are abysmal, but this is the last one to get decent ratings and viewership. They, under wraps, in 2021, they did a remake of the 1997 Disney Channel classic Under Wraps. That movie was entertaining, but that movie got horrible ratings. Yet that managed to get a sequel a year later. In 2022. But Upside Down Magic couldn't. Come to think of it, because people like me were anticipating Upside Down Magic, Under Wraps, and several other movies they released that year. It's Christmas Again movie featuring then rising Latina star Scarlett Estevez and Spin, some Indian DJ movie. Those got abysmal ratings. The DJ movie got the lowest of all time because people want to see this Upside Down Magic and several other things that were two other awesome shows that were canceled that year. Not those two. So yeah, and I'm still hoping and still waiting because it's still possible. Even though the actors are much older now, in the Zombies franchise, those characters are like 20 and 30, and they're playing high schoolers. Upside Down Magic. The critical reception is mixed. Hardcore fans of the book, will hate this, but as a guy who's not seen the books yet, who has not seen the books yet, read or seen the books yet, I think this right here was awesome. This right here was awesome. So everything everything was great. The actors, the actresses, the actors, the actresses, the action sequences, the CGI CGI is pretty good for a TV movie. The budget, everything, production is everything for a TV movie, and
A bunch of bananas you forgot in your drawer.
and yeah, so yeah.
For a while, Sage treated you the
Loved everyone, and I've been following every actor and actress who've also been in other projects ever since this movie. And I think one of the reasons why they haven't greenlighted a sequel is because prior to this year, all of the actors and actresses, especially the adult ones, were busy with other projects. Especially the adult ones. The only two who are not busy with anything are the guy who plays Elliot, who hasn't done anything since Bizarre Bart before this, and the Max Torino Andrade, he was Ramon Tessa's boyfriend in Raven's Home, season 4 and 3. So
magic that exists solely to cause chaos and
so yeah, Upside Down Magic, one of the greatest Disney Channel movies ever. I wish Disney Channel would air this on their cable channel again. I also wish they play that awesome Everything is Magic thing like the old school Disney Channel. So yeah, this movie, like I said, that is my opinion, one of the greatest movies ever. Made for TV, straight to video animation is where it's at nowadays. Most of the theatrical releases are like terrible, in my opinion.
That is you.
So yeah, this was my review of Upside Down Magic. There will be more in the
and your magic will die.
There will be more in the future. So yeah, with that being said, I talk longer than I wanted to. You don't want to hear the rest of the music? Turn the video off right now.
Chris? How's your twirl?
Okay. Well then, let's how do you
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. Have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in death. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you in action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and you like to what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and you like to what you want. So give me all the scars, I'm a human being. Cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be, I just wish I had seen. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show.